All right, man. Well, what's your conspiracy then? What's your theory?
Oh man,
You got one? I'm always coming up with one. What do
you
you
said you got a list. You said you had a
got?
list.
Oh, God damn it!
um,
How dare you put my words into my mouth?
Hello, welcome to the Not Good Enough podcast, hosted by David and Andy. That's Andy,
And that's David.
and this is episode 19: Ginger Ale and Hard Nipples. Welcome to the show, Andy, again for another episode 19, almost at 20.
Thank you, David, for inviting me once again. This is a
Yeah,
great streak we have going on here.
every episode I have you on here, man. It's great.
Thank you for not being tired of me yet.
Oh
I
well, I was
appreciate it.
already there, but I guess the people like you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Stop. You're gonna make me blush.
Well, let's see, Andy. We got some new things going on with us this week.
Yeah.
Let's
What's
see.
new with you, man?
Well, let's see. The new stuff is I have the anime episode coming out this Sunday.
Okay, sweet. Episode 1 for you, huh?
Yeah, and then we had your first episode come out earlier this week or last week, I believe.
Yes, we did. Money episode 1. That was on Monday, I think.
Oh man, you don't
I
even
had
know. That's
time.
crazy.
I don't know. Everything's a blur still. I still think it's March.
Nice. Yeah.
No, it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, March was better than now. Now it seems like it's all going to shit, Andy.
Yeah, it's getting more humid.
Yeah. Yeah, so expect the anime episode coming out Sunday. Time frame wise, I
Sweet.
don't know. Fucking wake up, check. If it's not there, check later.
Yeah, just hit that notification bell. I'm sure it'll ring once we if that's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's shit. Even if it goes up on
Smash the
Sunday.
like button.
Yeah. Subscribe, share with your friends.
That's right.
Don't get your mom in it. She might not. She might not like it.
Right.
So what's up new with you, Andy?
Well, I just realized that I hate the fact that my desk stays a hot mess, man. I have so much random stuff on my desk. It's not even funny. Like just looking at it right now is giving me like claustrophobia.
You do have a lot of shit on your desk.
I do have a lot of shit on my desk. I really need what I need to do, David, and I'm saying this out to the universe so it's a thing. I need to scoop it all in like a box and then just go through the things in the box because I just need to clear off my desk. Like it's it's so frustrating.
Well, Andy, I'm sure our estimated audience size of 9 people will will hold you to that.
Please send prayers my way. I appreciate it.
Well, see, the thing is, you have 2 desks. One's like an actual desk, and the other one's just like one of those party ones that everybody takes out when there's not
It's a
enough space.
folding table, not a party desk.
What? I only see it at parties and like fucking events. All right, but
because it's a folding table. Jesus.
Whatever. Look, so you have both of those, but like to give you some credit, half of the shit that's on your desk is like hardware for something like some technological thing.
Yeah, a lot of it is tech, and I that's part of the problem. I just keep on getting more things on the desk, and then I need to go through, and then I put more things on the desk that I need to go through, and I never go through it because I put more things on the desk that I need to go through.
Yeah,
and now I'm here venting on our podcast.
See, I remember the last time I was there, which was in actual March. You had like a fucking envelope up there for like rent, and it was like hidden under like your second monitor. I'm like, this why the fuck this guy have fucking bills, an envelope full of bill money. This man just puts it under a thing. Then I realized quickly after looking at the rest of the room, I'm like, oh, this man just stole shit somewhere.
It's an organized mess. I think that's a sign of intelligence, or so they say. I don't know.
I mean, if you remember where everything's at, yeah.
I do, and I know when somebody comes in here and moves things.
It's like,
I'm
that
like, "No, I
nickel
can't
wasn't
find
there.
anything."
Somebody put the nickel on the desk. It was on the floor. What the
What
fuck?
the hell? There used to be a quarter here.
Oh, dude,
Right.
that's actually similar to what I do when I'm trying to remind myself of something. So, like, let's
Mhm.
say I have to wake up early and take out like trash or do something.
Yeah.
Instead of putting a reminder on my phone like a regular fucking human being, I
Mhm.
do some random ass shit. Like I'll put a fucking sock on like the stove top, or I'll put like my fucking keys on like the little door to the attic. It's just so when I wake up and I see it, I'm like, why the fuck did I put? Oh, that's why. And then I remember.
Well, you are really relying on that mental note ability of you, because once that goes, you're gonna be like, "The fuck is this clipped onto my keys for?
Yeah,
Why is this sock in the oven? Who put the shoe in the refrigerator?" And you're gonna
yeah.
put it on, and then you're gonna leave and go to work.
See, it has to be somewhere where I could see it automatically or immediately. Cause
Yeah.
let's say I do put something in the oven, my dumbass later that day, I'll fucking preheat the oven, put that bitch on 450. I'm like, it smells like fucking like a fucking like a gangbang
Why?
in locker rooms. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a burning sock.
Yeah,
What?
what the fuck?
Why does it smell like wet dog in here?
Yeah. It smells like Davy Jones' locker in this bitch. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I put it out somewhere where I can visually notice it immediately.
Ah, very good, man. I'm glad that method works for you.
Yeah, it hasn't failed me once.
knock on my wooden desk here.
Yeah. So let's
But
see.
let's
Oh,
let's
go
move
ahead.
on to the sorry man. Let's go on to our show updates. So, Anchor. According to what it tells us, we're currently at 232 total plays. We're plus 33 from last week. Thank you.
Woo.
We are estimated audience size holding strong at 9. YouTube, we have 10 subscribers. That's plus 3 in the last 28 days,
Woo.
and plus 30% in views, which is now at 60.
Woo.
Facebook plus 1, so we're at 136 followers. Thank you so much.
Woo.
And speaking of followers and viewers and listeners, whatever you want to call yourselves, we're not gonna discriminate.
Fan.
We fans. That's right. The NGE fams. Um, we have a comment, so we're gonna play it for you now, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, Andy, I got a comment for your podcast as I listened to it. You can air this if you want. I was homeschooled, bro. I did public school in kindergarten, and public school in high school, but everything in between I was homeschooled. Did you peg me as a homeschooler? I did heaps better than my classmates when I entered high school, but sure, I may have been socially awkward the first year. That's cause I wasn't used to being around a bunch of judgmental assholes and sitting in class for 8 hours a day when I could do the actual work in 4. Not mad, I'm just saying. A year in homeschool is not going to mess up these kids. Now if their parents are neglecting them, that's another issue. I think that the stress of being in a pandemic while attending actual school will do more damage than taking schools out of classes for a year. Sorry, let me fix that. I think that the stress of being in a pandemic while attending public school will do more damage than taking kids out of classes for a year. Imagine public school witch hunts. Lil Jimmy had COVID and he didn't say anything. Or Lil Jimmy is sick, maybe he has COVID. Or I don't like Sarah, so I'm going to say she has COVID. Kids can do fucked up things. Not to mention how every class will have to go into quarantine if one kid gets the virus. Okay, I'm done. Lol.
Okay, so that was a viewer comment that we received through Facebook. Thank you so much. And yeah, I just want to say that I am so sorry about that. That was regarding being homeschooled, and I think I said something about like there's always something wrong with them. I can point them out. David, remember that?
Yeah. I
I
noticed.
feel like
I
a
remember.
jerk.
I steered away. I have enough controversy on top of me. Thank God, our first viewer fucking comment thing wasn't something towards me.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah,
Yeah.
so my apologies. I did not mean any offense, of course. It's just that I have noticed that there was like a social um like going to a party like when I
Yeah.
was
Think about it.
younger.
Be
Yeah,
careful.
well,
Try,
David,
try carefully.
like when I was going to a party when I was younger, like I knew when somebody didn't have a lot of social um experience, you could say.
Oh, automatically a homeschooler, right?
But that was my first thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nothing like doubling down on your first point, Andy.
yeah, doubling down. However, you know what? I take it back. I am obviously, learning as I go. And, you're absolutely right there, listener. I had no idea. So go for you. But I have noticed though with homeschoolers, they're I'm leaning back. Okay, hold up.
I take
have
it all
noticed
back, but
I'm leaning back in my seat now. So now I with homeschoolers, I have noticed that a lot of them are a lot more intelligent too. Like just intelligent wise, because the general public of the school, whatever they're called, general public schools, whatever the fuck that. So I went to public school, as you can tell. And you only can go so fast in the public schools, but yeah, if you're homeschooled, like you go as fast as you can. So, good for you guys. Yeah, obviously
Yo,
right now
you sweated the whole fucking sentence. Holy shit, are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Yo, you were sweating your ass off, bro.
But
Holy
thank you
crap.
so much. Thank you so much for the comments and
Yeah,
more to come hopefully.
Yeah, keep them coming. Yeah, hopefully they're not bad comments or they're trying to correct Andy in his ultimate wisdom.
No, I'm not saying that I'm right, but I'm not wrong. What?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, on to current events.
Current events. There we go. All right, Andy, this is something new that just came out. Was it 2 hours ago? 2 hours ago. Yep. No,
yes.
We didn't even say what day. It's July 23rd today.
It is July 23rd today. Yes, 2 hours ago. Yeah. Found this on NPR, and the title is it's under national security. The title is U.S. Space Force. I still can't believe that's a thing. U.S. Space Force accuses Russia of in-orbit testing of anti-satellite weapon. Yo, it's happening, man.
Yo, I swear to God, if they take down my fucking LTE, bro, I want to be so angry. I get such good connection in my house. All right. Last thing I need is the fucking Russians to take down my satellite.
So it says the recently created U.S. Space Force accused Russia on Thursday, which would be today, of testing an anti-satellite weapon from one of its satellites in orbit. It says on July 15th, Russia injected a new object in orbit from Cosmos 2543, the 8-month-old agency. That's only 8 months old.
Nice.
Wait, so when was that formed? In November?
Yeah, I have no idea. What month was 8 months ago?
I think I've been living in my house longer than this thing has been a thing. Okay. The 8-month-old agency says in a statement, Russia released this object in proximity to another Russian satellite, which is similar to on-orbit activity conducted by Russia in 2017. And inconsistent with the system's stated mission as an interceptor satellite.
In what
So
intersector? What, bro?
Inceptor.
Jesus Christ! We might have that viewer come back and just read the fucking events for us. What the
Hey, no,
fuck
we
are
would
you?
love to have a guest. No, I
Yeah,
have to.
holy shit! We need a narrator because what the fuck, dude?
Okay,
Insector? What?
in his scepter. Yeah.
Bro, okay. It says inspector satellite. Completely fucking different. I think the shit was an intersector, not a fucking Jesus, Andy.
All right, so go ahead and continue then.
Ah, shit.
That's all I can do.
Ah. All right. In a sign, outer space could be turning into a theater of war for terrestrial adversaries. It marked for the first time the U.S. military has publicly charged Moscow with carrying out a space-based weapons test. According to General John Raymond, what the fuck, John J? Just name the kid J. The fuck? Who, in addition to being the Space Force's chief of
Okay, from there, buddy. Don't hurt yourself. Think about it. Think about it.
Whore.
You get a little on you.
Fucking whore. Chief of Space Operations also commands the U.S. Space. Shut the fuck. Yo, all right, let's just get to the fucking gist of it, bro. So Russia has a satellite, and that satellite put a little satellite came out of it, and they said that little satellite was an inspector satellite, but really it was a.
So the satellite had a
interceptor.
baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is exactly.
The head of the United Kingdom space also expressed concern over what he described as Russia testing one of its satellites, quote, by launching a projectile with the characteristics of a weapon, end quote.
Well, I mean, anything could be a weapon, you know. We go
A
to
car
school.
could be a weapon.
Yeah, well, 100%. Yeah, I got hit by one. But I can go to school. We go to school. We write with pencils. That I could stab you in the fucking face. I could put your fucking eyeball on a spike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything could be a weapon. Shit, words could be a weapon.
They could be hurtful, man.
Yeah, well, the whips and chains excite me though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God, that's so stupid. Moscow's Ministry of Defense, for its part, downplayed the significance of what took place on July 15th. According to the Associated Press, the ministry said the event involved, quote, a small space vehicle that inspected one of the national satellites from a close distance using special equipment, end quote. So who knows? Some spacey shit's going on up there, man. But it's about damn time. It's 2020. It's about time we got some satellites moving around up there, causing concern down here.
See, it's what I like is the Air Vice Marshal Harvey, whatever the fuck, the Air Vice Marshal. He said we fuck him. We call on Russia to avoid any further such testing. Bro, what the fuck are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna tell Russia not to do some shit. They're gonna do what the fuck they want, bro.
Yeah, but we have free reign to throw all the junk up there that we want. I mean, you got SpaceX that's throwing dozens of satellites up there at a time.
But that's private, though. That's a private company.
So a country can't do the same thing?
No, I'm not saying they can't. No. What I'm saying is, who is Air Vice Marshal Harvey to say, to tell Russia not to do that shit when we can't even tell Russia to fucking back off and not fuck up the election? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, down here on the ground, y'all are playing up there. Yeah.
No, they 100% could do it. Shit, they got people too. Goddamn, they probably, they probably got flip phones. I don't know. I've never been to Russia. But all right, we're gonna go to the. Andy got quiet, so we're gonna go to the next segment. Andy, games. All right, Andy, you done being quiet?
I don't know. My light's dying.
Oh, you're like, oh, look, well, great segue to the game of this week, Dying Light. Andy, nice one.
Mhm.
Good save, sir. Let's see. Dying Light, I've been playing recently. Again, I played a little bit, couple, like a year back. But Dying Light is a first-person parkour combat zombie game. It's just the best way to
Okay.
describe it. What this shit's a lot of fun, dude. It's kind of like what's that other zombie game called? Red Dead? No, not Red Dead. Red Island? Whatever the fuck. Something Island. Dead Island. Yep. It's like Dead Island, but with parkour. But this shit's
Oh.
fucking great. I love parkour personally. This is why I love the Assassin's Creed series. This is why I like Mirror's Edge. I like
Can
those
you
games.
parkour?
No, this is why I like it because it's not something that I wish I could do, but I know I cannot never do it.
Gotcha.
I eat too many fucking French fries.
Yeah. Yeah, that grease will weigh it down.
Yeah, the most I could do is like a cartwheel and like semi fuck up. But yeah, so that's my extent of parkour. But what this game does really well is mix parkour with combat. You're fighting zombies.
Hmm.
You have fucking swords, pipes. You can craft your own weapon with fucking electricity, elemental damage. Shit's great. It's great. You can, jump off a fucking building, land on a zombie, boom, kill him. You could jump off zombies, land on another one, boom, kill them. You could just do a whole bunch of shit like that.
So you're like Mario, like jumping on
Well,
the bad guys and squishing them?
yeah, like a 4D Mario. Yeah, sure. A little bit more realistic.
Okay.
Zombies and all.
Sure.
But see, the game's not meant to be hard in the day, or at least I've been playing on normal. So I don't I don't I don't play too difficult. I like a little bit of a challenge, but not too much because I got to go to work the next day. I'm not trying to spend 10 hours on it. But
Right.
the daytime, the day and night cycle. The daytime, it's just a lot of zombies.
Mhm.
Hit one, if another group comes in. Nighttime, Andy, that's when shit gets fucking scary, boy. I get scared as hell at night. There's like these fucking I don't know what they're called. I'm not sure. I skipped all the fucking dialogue. Everything, every single fucking cutscene, every dialogue, I skipped all of it. But at nighttime, there's like these fucking special zombies that come out. They're fast as shit, bro.
Mm.
They remind me of fucking Blade. And not because they look like them, but because this motherfucker is like Jesus. They Bro, they run faster than you, which makes running away from them impossible unless you have the fucking grappling hook, which comes in. I love the grappling hook, but it's one of those like they're chasing you and they're getting closer and you start getting anxiety. You're like, ah,
Mm.
ah, ah, like
Yeah.
that. That's how I am. I don't even play the game at night. Fuck that. But they take so much damage. Their only weakness is the UV light, which you get a UV light for yourself, but holy fuck, shit gets intense, and I love that. And you get double XP, so pros and cons. And I know that you did not just yawn in the middle of me talking. You fucking
No, what are you talking about?
yeah, fucking scum. Um, one thing I really didn't that started getting old on me was the environment around the starting area. So I'm a couple hours into the game, and from what I've
Mhm.
seen online, in the second half of the game or later in the game towards the end, you're in a different area, more like city-like area. The area I'm at now is more. It's not. I wouldn't say rural. There's like city sections, but it's not like city in terms of like New York urban type. More
Mm.
cities, kind of like Gainesville City. Like Gainesville. You go downtown Gainesville basically,
Okay.
and the streets are super skinny. It's one of those.
Okay.
And it just gets annoying because running from mission to mission or running to go farm zombies and shit, grind out your XP. You're running through the same area, and it's not too appealing. It looks kind of you know. And that's something I really didn't like in the game. I'm looking forward to the second half. I haven't reached the second half yet. I've been fucking around parkour and shit. I love parkour. But one thing I wish that they did have was dual wielding. Fuck, can't even speak. Dual wielding. kind of like Skyrim. Andy, I know. Have you played Skyrim? I
I
know you
have,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you love the Bethesda games. I'm not too big into Skyrim. I'm not really big into RPGs like that, but I do like the dual wielding system that they have.
Hmm.
And I wish this game had it, because first person dual wielding is just it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
And,
love to have like some type of VR. One
uh,
day, like a
yeah, I
VR
mean,
headset.
Skyrim has VR, dude. I've
Yeah.
seen gameplay. Shit looks fun as fuck. I just
Hmm.
don't like Skyrim. I don't like RPGs like that. In depth RPGs. I don't like it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my experience with Dying Light. It's fun as shit. I'm really excited about the fucking sequel. They announced a sequel like last year, E3, I believe, and it shit looks fun. It's exactly the environment is exactly what I wanted. It's city like, more in
Hmm.
terms of New York's, I don't know, St. Louis, fucking whatever the fuck, bigger city like. I love that shit. They added more fucking parkour moves. Amazing. Mwah, fucking delicious. I love that shit. And you guys will watch that gameplay too. And if you have any spare money, Dying Light's not cheap or not expensive. Sorry, it's not expensive. It's only like $20, something like that. So cop it. You'll have a
Hmm.
fucking great time. Shit's fun. I'm not even done with the game, and I put a bunch of hours into it. So
And
fucking
you
have
skip
at it.
all the cutscenes too.
Yeah, I skip all the cutscenes too. So if you want to, if you're looking for a good story, I don't know if this shit has it or not. Apparently, the main character is like some white guy named Crane. So have fun with that. And this game has co-op, so play with
Okay.
your friends.
Nice.
So yeah, that was my experience with Dying Light. Go cop that, Andy. If you want to go cop that, I know you won't because you like saving money or whatever, but do it.
All right, very nice, man. Well, it looks like I've been watching some gameplay of it while you were talking. It looks kind of neat.
It's kind of fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. The fucking parkour is great. The grappling hook is
Hmm.
amazing. I love the grappling hook.
It looks
It's like
like
a
it's.
fucking cheat code.
Is it a sandbox?
What is a sandbox? I don't know. Say the word in Spanish and hear me
Grand
out.
Theft Auto.
Um,
That is a sandbox type game where you got the whole entire city.
yeah, I
You
mean it's an open world.
so open world. That's
Yeah, there.
also the same thing. Open
Jesus.
world
Yeah.
sandbox. It's it means the same thing.
Okay, good.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
because then you can get like really creative because you get the grappling hooks, almost like Spider-Man going there.
yeah.
And
I mean, it doesn't
this
swing
is a
in the sequel. Apparently, the grappling
got a
hook is fucking
parachute.
swings. That shit's great. Parachute? I haven't seen a parachute yet. I'm not that far yet. If there is one. But shit's fun. There's a lot of combinations you can do with zombies. I love like with certain weapons, you can like cut their legs off, their arms off.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing that. There's some thick zombies too. Holy shit. Sometimes you get them at just the right spot. Start crouching.
Lovely. All right, man. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll keep that on my radar. I'll start looking at some gameplay of that. So we're gonna go on to a movie review from our buddy John. He's got a
back
new
in the flesh.
back in the flesh or in the voice at least. What type of what movie review does he have for us this week?
He has a movie called The Old Guard.
Okay, take it away,
Never
John.
never heard of it.
Sorry.
But, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard of it either. So I'm gonna hear
we'll
his
see.
review.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if it's good or not. Take it away, John.
The Not Good Enough Podcast. Listeners, Andy, David, what is going on with you guys? Hope you guys are staying safe, sanitary as these quarantine cases rise. Shit is getting nuts. It looks like this week we're going to be looking at The Old Guard, the 2020 Netflix action thriller directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, who's more notably known for The Secret Life of Bees, and an older classic, not to show my age, Love and Basketball. I love that. I love that movie. But most recently, she can be found directing an episode of Netflix's Cloak and Dagger, which is another fun series, which is faithful to the comic book, and I also heavily suggest checking that out. It's another fun time if you're quarantined and don't have anything to do and have some time to blow. Anyway, back to the point. The Old Guard is an action movie based off of a comic book, which I haven't read or checked out personally, so I'm not completely sure how faithful it is to the material, but it is written by the same creator, so I would assume it's somewhat faithful. But nonetheless, this is a really fun. It's an action-packed movie. This was just damn fun. I mean, it was by no means perfect, and I had some qualms. I had some problems with it, and I'll get into those in a little bit. But besides those, I had an all-around enjoyable time with this one. I really enjoyed this. This was just fun. You can never go wrong with an action flick. The acting is definitely the highlight. The acting by all the cast was spot on. I thought every actor made their character very believable and brought an emotional aspect to their characters individually and on the whole. But I got to give a major shout out to Charlize Theron. She is absolutely the highlight of everyone in this film. I mean, my God, when Charlize is tasked with acting in a role, especially an action role, minus some hiccups, like an Aeon Flux, which I think that was kind of out of her hands. That movie was a fucking train wreck. But this is classic, just all around badass Charlize, and it's short hair Charlize. So both girls and guys are gonna get into her, especially as a character. The acting caliber alone is rad. It's not quite Mad Max rad, but I would put it on par with Atomic Blonde. Charlize Theron just knows how to play a badass chick, just so damn well, and she's so believable in this. Not just in terms of action and stunt work and everything that she's done for this film, but she brings a humanity. There we go, to her character Andy. Just really emotional, really spot on delivery, great acting in this one. And all the actors, to be honest with you. The highlight of all the actors is definitely the emotional performances that they give. The movie is certainly chock full of some great action and some great action sequences. And what, to me, really delivers the blow after said action is the emotional aspect to the movie on the whole. And for that, I got to give credit to the writer, Greg Rucka, who is not only the screenwriter for this, but he also created and wrote the comic book. And after some research, I didn't know this, as well as some other fantastic DC animated films, like a Wonder Woman animated film, which was pretty sick. Anyway, the writer really knows, he really knows how to get the most of these characters. I'm assuming that's because he wrote them. Major props to Greg. Smart choice going the emotional route. What a genius thing to strike on from an audience point of view. When you can't involve and you can't really rely on tension, which I feel is it's just a vital aspect to action films. The tension and the stakes so short is what makes them thrilling. But in the case of the Old Guard, unfortunately, our characters are centuries-old immortals who can't die. So, there's really no stakes. So, to rely on the emotion rather than the stakes is such a smart idea on Greg's part. Because, as we all know, if you can't die, there's really no stakes. There's no point. Our characters and actors play off each other. major shout out to the cast on the whole. I mean, these characters play off each other so well. Every actor does their thing, and it brings the team together. Most of the choices made, I got to give major shout out to the director, Bythewood. Most of the choices made from everything from the casting to the set pieces, almost everything about this film to me was spot on. I think that the way that they turn, how do I put this? I really don't want to shit on it, but the way that they turn something very predictable, like a superhero movie, something that we've all seen. It's just, and when we've seen it, they've become predictable. But the director turns, she puts her own spin on it, and she breathes new life into it. So I enjoyed that aspect. It kind of twirls it on their own head and makes it its own thing, which I got to give major credit for. I will, however, have to, even though I don't want to, shit on the movie a little bit. I'll have to exercise some demons that I had with this. And just to let guys know, I don't normally shit on movies or dog them. As I know the incredible efforts, every single member of all the departments that I assume, they busted their asses making this, as it was a $70 million effort. But there are a couple red flags for me. Let's put it more specifically. There were some decisions made in the movie that I would not have made, or I, as a director, would have taken a second look at during the making of all this. And again, not to put anybody off from checking out the movie. I definitely think you should check this out, and maybe I'm just being a little petty, but I mean, these are just my opinions on the film. Not everybody's going to agree with me, which is totally fine. Not every movie's perfect, and I don't go out of my way to shit on a movie. But when I see issues with the film, I'm going to call them out. And there aren't many. There's just one or two of them. First things first, I don't know who okayed the music in the music editing of all this, because, I mean, in the middle of a scene, there should not be music with lyrics playing. I mean, when you're trying to have somebody set the mood and set the tone for a scene, there should not be an actual song that have actual lyrics playing. There's one thing to have a score and to have that back up the emotional level or the emotional mood that a scene is setting up, but there shouldn't be songs with lyrics playing. I mean, it's kind of off-putting, and I mean, it sort of ruins the mood of some scenes. I mean, that's a minor transgression. I mean, it can be overlooked on the whole, but that was just my take. That was something that bugged me, because I really get into characters and get into stories, and then to have somebody singing just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of threw me off. I mean, that's just something really petty, I'm sure. That was one thing, and that was really minor. But I mean, my big issue with the movie is that there are two cinematographers in the film, and it is blatantly obvious that our cinematographers couldn't agree on a frame setting or a frame rate, when to zoom, what scene would require what, and to me, I think that made some action sequences fall short, or sort of lacked the luster, the emotional weight that they were going for. And again, I understand what they were going for. I get it. I mean, this movie on the whole was very, they were going for very John Wick-esque with the editing and the style of the action, very fast-paced, very fast editing. And I got that aspect from, the style of the movie on the whole. But it didn't quite hit home with me. Not as much as I anticipated it would. The action was still awesome, and don't get me wrong. The stunt team and the actors and the costumes were sick. The visual effects were nice. The choreographers have to be commended for their efforts. But it was obvious to me, as somebody who's watched, fucking countless films, that the action, it didn't quite pack that in your face and almost personal style that was just to compare it to John Wick. I think John Wick is more stylized. And with the John Wick's choreography and the cinematography, it's always, very close, and it almost kind of puts you right there in the middle of the action. But the cinematography in this, it just sort of falls short. And I think, when you have action going on and you're shooting it from far away and then you zoom in on it, or you're zoomed in on it constantly, that kind of falls short. I mean, your average moviegoer, might not notice those things, but somebody who's been behind the camera or, is a cinephile like me will really notice those kind of things. The action scenes, they fell a little short. They were still great, don't get me wrong, they were still action packed. But I think they kind of missed the mark a little bit, and some people noticed. And again, most people won't. And they'll have a damn good time with this movie. On the whole, I would suggest anybody who has some free time and, has a Netflix subscription within the next week or so, if you haven't checked out The Old Guard, it's streaming free on Netflix. Definitely give this one a watch. It's an enjoyable ride. It's an all around, it's a fun time. Check this one out. I hope everybody's staying safe and sanitary, as these cases are going up. Until next week, guys, enjoy the movie.
All right. Thank you, John, for that movie review. I'll make sure to check it out. If I have enough time. It's a human movie, so I don't really watch human shit. I'm more of an anime.
Hey, you like your cartoons, man.
Oh, well, if they have big titties.
That's true.
I do like my degeneracy. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you back in like 30 seconds, wherever the fuck time goes by for you, whatever. We'll see you. All right, welcome back to the Not Gonna... Yo, let's get that.
Oh, no, we're keeping it.
No,
welcome back.
No, we're not, motherfucker. We're not keeping... I'm the one that edits it. Fucking whore. Now we might as well keep it. I kept yours. I'll be fair this time. All right, welcome back to the show. We're back to the second half of episode 19. Mm-hmm. Ginger ale and hard nipples. Twisting my shits as we speak.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and go to the conspiracy of the week.
That's right.
All right, this week. Okay.
Oh, here we go. We have to do it one time. What geostorm are you talking about? This week we're talking about aliens helped build Stonehenge. What do you think, David? Before we even begin, do you think they built it or no? Do you even know what the Stonehenge is?
You know the answer to that, asshole. I don't know it. Are those are like the fucking the Roman numeral column?
That sounded like a remix or something.
The Roman numeral columns. The Roman numeral columns. Is it that?
Are you referring to the giant pillars with like stones on going across? It's in a circular formation.
Is it a henge of stone?
Yes. That's why they call it Stonehenge.
All I know is it's like rocks, and it's trying to do like the not the tic-tac-toe, the fucking the dash cross. Your tally marking.
I want you to Google search Stonehenge right now. Look up the images. I'm not going to continue until you do so.
All right.
You see it? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't type that fast. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Dude, yeah, it's like it's trying to, but you can't glitch stone. Fucking, it doesn't go across. It just goes on top. It's a dude. My description was completely accurate.
Well, I had no idea what you were talking about, man. But anyway,
It's like a crop circle of stones.
Okay, so you see how big those things are? I don't know if you can see the scale. If you scroll down, you'll see some other images with like people next to it.
Yeah,
like these things are massive. So you can understand how heavy it is to move around.
Yeah, that's why I move so slow.
God. Anyway, so the boulders that make up Stonehenge have long puzzled experts and provided material ripe for conspiracy theorists. More appropriate question: how were the stones, some weighing 50 tons, transported and arranged to sit where they sit today? Without basic transportation technology, such as wheels, which apparently invented more than 5 centuries after Stonehenge is believed to have been built, there is no obvious answer to how the biggest stones were moved. Most of what scientists do know about the construction of Stonehenge is from educated guesses and constantly evolving research. The newest of which suggests that, in fact, 2 of the largest boulders that make up Stonehenge have always been, quote, more or less where they sit today. So that means that they're like, no, these stones have always been here. David, you just looked at those pictures.
Yeah.
Does that look natural?
100% no.
I mean, I can understand where boulders are like
around it, you know?
It's in a massive field and there's some low hills and like no, it's not natural whatsoever. It has been put there by someone.
Yeah, apparently they said some dude, John Aubrey, made the claim that the Stonehenge was the work of the Celtic high priest known as the Druids.
Ah, the Druids.
Yeah, the Druids. But then again, he said this in the 17th century. You know, what did he do? You know, fucking build a time machine, go back there, fucking tweet at them. How would he know? What I'm trying to see is, when did you say it was like, you know, hypothesized to be built?
Oh, well, it said like 5 centuries before wheels allegedly were built or created.
So
we don't have a timeline. According to this, they're like, nah, bro, it's always been there forever.
Yeah, bro.
It's always been there, like that
man,
mountain.
Yeah, man, Jesus put that there, man.
It was there when Jesus got here.
Yeah. Well, no, we probably would have had record of it then. Jesus only came in the year 0 or year like -7. How old was Jesus when he died? No, off topic.
He was like 25 or something like that, right?
Yeah,
maybe
so
30.
Damn, can you imagine being born in the year -25? Crazy.
That's something else we can look into, because I don't think that's what that means, man. When did AD start?
After death, motherfucker. That's what it means. Now it means AC after Common Era. Okay, we're going.
No. Like next year is actually going to be AC. It's going to be after COVID. So next year is year 1. One AC. Because this whole fucking world changed. Anyway, we are way off track.
Hold on. One last thought before we drive back into these Stonehenges. So if the year 0 was when he died, did he die December 31st and then January 1st is like the beginning of the year? Or if he died in the middle of the year, why do we not start the year at that day that he died.
Because I don't think it was related.
100% is related.
I don't know, man.
But okay, it's talking about Jesus. I
Those
think
damn
the
druids.
I think the Jews made it because they built the pyramids. I'm not saying it was by choice. I'm not anti-Semite here. 100% it was slaves. Because who the fuck would do the work themselves?
They weren't really slaves. They were builders, and they were compensated for it. Like it was to them, it was an honor to actually build the pyramids.
All right, you're gonna sit on that. You're gonna sit on that hill by yourself, there, bud.
I'm gonna sit on that pyramid myself. Okay, hold on. Going back to what we're actually talking about. So the scientists could ignore the research and read this book called Chariots of the Gods, right? Which makes an argument that many ancient megastructures, such as Stonehenge and the Egyptian pyramids and the Moai heads, if I pronounce that right, of Easter Island, were built using know-how passed down from godlike aliens to mankind. That's a quote. Though why the extraterrestrials would pass on the knowledge of how to build Stonehenge, but not the wheel, is anyone's guess. So what do you think, David? Was it aliens, or was it always there from like BC?
Well, I think somebody put that there. I don't think the aliens came and like put that there, and then like I don't know, they like dropped the turtle off in the Galapagos Islands and like dipped. Mm-hmm. It would have stayed, you know. Or now, maybe that was a transportation circle. Maybe that was a fucking. They're like missing a rock.
Portal.
Yeah. Did I say circle? Shit.
Transportation circle. That is what you said.
I'm thinking about Full Metal Alchemist, but but maybe they're like missing a rock, and if you put it in the right place, like fucking, you go into like fucking Asgard or whatever the fuck. That'd be interesting. But no, I think somebody did that. Or I think it's an incomplete project that somebody had back in the day, like way back in the day. Because maybe they were trying to build like a little mansion or whatever with like big ass stones, and they're like, yeah, these stones are heavy as fuck. And then they're like,
tons.
yeah, they're like, yeah, fuck it. we'll fucking do it later.
I mean,
and then they died.
25 times the weight of a car. Maybe if a car is 2 tons. I mean, there's, I don't know, but that's ridiculous weight, man.
Yeah, well, I think the Jews were forced to do it, enslaved, like back in the pyramids.
Sure.
That's my hypothesis.
Now, with the Stonehenges, if I can remember right, there's certain angles that you can stand in during the winter and summer solstice, and the sun hits in the right spot, where it's just like, I don't know, wherever it
it's
like in the very middle of the structure. Like the structure has like a central point, and the sun sets or rises depending on the part of the year perfectly in the structure. So I don't know if that's a coincidence. But the winter and summer solstice is definitely predominant in a lot of these ancient structures, including the Stonehenges and the Aztecs, the Mayans.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about how the Stonehenge started coronavirus. That's the real conspiracy.
Oh, so there's probably some kid ran over and licked it.
And got
infected. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and then he went to Wuhan. And then
so that is the real conspiracy.
yeah, or maybe a bat went there, licked it, went to Wuhan, and
Got
then
eaten.
yeah, did the Wu-Tang, and then entered the 36 chambers. But yeah, that's our conspiracy of the week. If you want to tell us how you feel about it, YouTube, website, Facebook, whatever, we'll link all of that at the end of the episode. We're on to the last segment of the day, Andy.
Okay.
What makes us mad?
I got a few things that make me mad, but what makes you mad, man?
Going back to old things for nostalgia and being disappointed. And I have a specific example. Recently,
Please, yeah.
Recently, I just bought a PlayStation 3 the other day because I bought a PlayStation 3.
You bought a system?
Yeah, I bought a whole PlayStation 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt I had a really big craving to play the old Spider-Man 3 movie game.
Okay.
I always knew it wasn't like a great game, but I remember playing it when it first came out when I was little, and I was a fucking maze, bro. This shit was the fucking best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I popped that bitch in today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this shit sucks. It's so bad. And I'm not talking about graphics wise. I can always get over the graphics wise thing. Because recently I've been playing my GameCube too, and GameCube never had amazing graphics. And it's just the game design. It fucking sucks. And it disappoints me because back when I was a kid, the shit was the hottest fucking thing. And then I go back to it as an adult, and the shit goggles just fucking fly out the window. I'm seeing the shit raw. Shit, it hits my brain. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I never thought it was this bad. No, it's that bad, dude. And I don't know if you ever experienced stuff like that in like a different manner, but you enjoy something as a kid, you go back to it a couple years later, and it's like the worst fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get what you're saying, like, because you'll remember it as really cool, and because it's so fresh and so new, and it's like up at the times, and then so you'll remember that memory, you'll remember that moment, that feeling, and then you go back to it years later, try to relive that up at the times great feeling. This is so epic, but then it's not, because it's not up at the times. It's ancient and different and not fresh anymore. And yeah, I get it, man. It's crazy that you bought a system just to play this game.
Well, that and Spider-Man Web of Shadows, but I guess I'll find something else to play. Yeah, I mean, it was only like $100. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. There's like PS5
nice.
coming out right now, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm spending. Well, that was like $500. I'm gonna buy that though, for sure.
Oh, I got a 3. Yeah, I got a 3 straight. 3, 4, and 5.
I mean, it looks nice on my TV stand because I have my old computer on the bottom left. I have my GameCube in the bottom mid, my Nintendo Switch on the bottom right. I have the PS3 in the mid right. I have a nice little PlayStation little lamp thingy with like the controls, like the triangle, circle, X, square. It looks really nice. It's in the middle. And then when the PS5 comes out, I'm gonna put that in my room, and I'm gonna put the PS4 on the mid left, and it's gonna look fucking perfect.
Well, I'm so excited for you.
It's gonna look purty. But yeah, so I've been doing that, and with the GameCube too, like NFL Street, it's like the complete opposite, where the shit was fucking amazing as a kid, and it's still fucking amazing. I don't understand.
Really?
It's weird because that never, and I was younger when I played NFL Street on the GameCube. I was even younger.
Spider-Man 3 GameCube came out before PS3, right?
Yes, PS3 came out in like 2007, I want to say, and then Spider-Man 3 came out in like 2008, something like that. And I was playing, I played the GameCube before that, and then I got rid of the GameCube, and I had a PlayStation 3 when that came out, and I bought the Spider-Man game, or my mom bought it. I was a broke boy, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it. That was one of the games that I played multiple times. Like I would beat the story and then I would play it again. And it's disappointing. It disappoints me a lot. I'm sad. I mean, I'm still gonna beat the game, but it's hard because I never thought I'd run into these issues where the difficulty in the game is that the game is made poorly. It's made so poorly that I have to fucking deal with like the swinging. Oh man, it's like a fucking game review right now. Well, the fucking swinging, Andy. Dude, if a mission tells me to swing and it's on a timer, I'm gonna have a fucking stroke because I can't fucking swing. It doesn't fucking work the way it's supposed to.
You gotta go back to how it was created, and you gotta adjust your quicker reflexes to today's standard to how it was back then.
Yeah.
Because you're playing an older game on an older system. You gotta go back in time.
There's some older games like NFL Street, for example, again, bringing that around. There's some games like that are, I see as equal or even better nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's because, the Madden games, they're not arcade-like like NFL Street is, and they're also fucking trash, in my opinion. And then Spider-Man just had a fucking amazing release 2 years ago. So I guess it's that where my standard has gotten a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to think about that when I'm playing, but I guess this shit's inevitable when, I can't even fucking swing.
Yeah, and that's a really big thing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, at least I'm able to enjoy it in the sense that the fucking cutscenes are fucking hilarious, bro. You should look at some of the fucking cutscenes with the animations and the fucking character designs. It's hysterical. So yeah, that's what makes me mad, Andy.
Okay.
So let's do a
sorry,
quick little.
Sorry, getting disappointed. On nostalgia.
Oh, such is life.
Yep.
Nothing like being disappointed in current life and then being disappointed in the old life as well.
And remembering that it was so much better back then, and then you relive it, and you're like, "This was shit."
Was always shit. Yeah. Jeez, it's like looking at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so next week you were talking about NFL Street for GameCube. You know what? You should talk about that for next week.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm debating whether I'm going to talk about the first one or the second one because I ordered the second one. It should be here tomorrow.
Oh, well, it's like you're kind of going back in time. So do the second one first, and then the first one second.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Sure, why not?
I guess the week after I'll talk about Spider-Man. I'll have like a fucking list, and none of it's gonna be good. Let's see. Next week, conspiracy. It's gonna be out there.
Oh yeah, it is. Prince Charles is a vampire.
Dun, dun, dun.
We will look into that, see if that is the case.
Yes. Probably not. Spoiler.
You never know. It's probably a reptilian.
Oh, maybe. Let's see. Remember, we are on a lot of different platforms, including Anchor, Spotify, YouTube. Pick your poison. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We're on Bulldog, Google, Apple, whatever the fuck you're on. We got it, so you have no excuse. Right. We also have our own website. If you want to drop your comments, listen to the episode there. It's all right. It's at notgoodenoughpodcast.weebly.com. So hit us up there. You can also hit us up on Facebook. Drop a comment. Do you like the homeschooler? Were you offended that I mentioned something about the Jews, even though it wasn't in bad light? Drop a comment. We'll probably respond. And that concludes this episode 19. We'll see you next week for episode 20. Let's see, Andy. How did you think about that episode? How did you feel?
No, it was not good enough, man.
Nice. I love how you did it correctly, but I didn't say the fucking phrase correctly this time.
Yeah, good job. Well, hey, we're not teenagers anymore, man. Next week we'll be 20.
Woo, 20. Woo. Damn, we're catching up to me. Holy shit. God damn.
Feel old yet?
Oh, well, dude, physically I'm there.
Yep. All right, man.
All right, y'all take
it easy. Ladies and gentlemen,
we'll catch you next week.
Talk over you.
Fucking dick.